divinely guided messages for healing of the mind, the body, and the soul. So, this message is about spiritual alignment, it's about purity, inner child, and spiritual alignment and inner child. They are kind of the same thing, if you ask me. They're kind of the same thing. So people will say, oh, you have such a talent, you haven't tapped into it yet. With children, like children love me, I love children. Animals love me, I love animals. And it's not because it's a talent, like I'm talented with children, I'm talented with these. No, it's because I am in a spiritual alignment within myself, which you can do it too. You just have to work out some kinks and some little thingies inside. And so that's why they love me, because they see that it's there's not all this hidden agendas and all these intentions and all this stuff going on inside. No, they feel safe because they can see, they recognize children are innocent. Children are still, they haven't been butchered by this world yet. They have not been here long enough to be completely flipped inside out from the world that we have created and how we treat one another. So, innocence, children, like when you look in the child's eyes, like how open they are, how just trusting, and how just beautiful they are, until you see the same child a little bit later, and now they have interacted with the world, and the world has told them that that's wrong, this is wrong, that's right, this is such, this is such, this is such. And so spiritual alignment. So, okay, and that creates a lot of misalignment when you're a child, when you grow up and you come into this world, you walk your path, whatever path, and the path that you walk is whatever path they give to you for the most part. Like they don't teach us to be making our own choices from within, following our own internal guidance, our intuition. They don't teach us how to do that. So you kind of get thrown into this world and then hang on to your hat because it's going to be a bumpy road. And it is for everybody, it's a bumpy road. Spiritual alignment. So how can you be in spiritual alignment? You have to undo a lot of these things that are in the child's eyes. When you look in the child's eyes, they grow up, and then now you can start seeing the fear, you can start seeing the defenses that come up, you can start seeing the anger or the confusion in their eyes. You can see there's a lot of things that as time goes by, the same child with the same eyes that was so trusting and so caring, and that same look now is very say shielded. And so this child grows up, and then you have to function in this world. And so how do you deal with that? Well, you are going to have to learn how to live with it. So you stuff it down. This is the stuffing process, and it goes in the box somewhere. And you stuff it down. You don't have to deal with it. It's great. And then you can move on with your life. However, if you start to try and manifest things, or if you want your life to become better, you want your life to be happier, and you want to be a happy camper in your life, you want to feel successful, and you want the things that you experience and create in your life, you want to be happy about it, excited about it. You want to have a life that you can post on social media, and everybody else is going to be jealous. So that's kind of what people are trying to do. And so we create these fake personas where we have to like be in the Christmas tree and do these decorations and sit there and smile and do these things to make sure that everybody else sees that we are successful, happy people that have everything that we're supposed to have, and we are so happy with it. And then behind the scenes, which is behind the mask, is often unhappiness. There is often a lot of pills to be able to cope with the life that we have created. There is a lot of alcohol that is helpful when you don't have when you have anxiety and need courage. There is a lot of things that we can get from society that will help us cope with what has happened on our inside. So back to the child, the inner child is still in there. Like you weren't born like this. Like you weren't born like a anxious mess that just overeat to be feeling comfortable. Like I'm talking from my self perspective. Like you weren't born like that. I knew this. Like I knew that, and so many things happened to me in my life that could have just kept me there. But I knew deep within, and I think you have the same knowledge and the voice within that knows that this is not truly who you are. This is not truly how your life is supposed to be. This is not truly what you're supposed to be doing here on this planet Earth. And I think a lot of people can relate to that and feel yeah, I think a lot of people can relate to that. That life was, this is not who you are in your life. You're in your own life, but this is not truly who you are. And so how can you find back to that inner child that is open and loving and caring and kind? I have to learn these days. So I'm getting a lot of messages that not everybody deserves your kindness. Not everybody deserves your positive energy. So I'm taking this into consideration because it comes into my life quite often. And I was like, well, everybody needs a little bit of kindness and everybody needs this. And so that was my philosophy for a long time. And also probably that was because I was scared of setting boundaries. I was scared of being looked upon as being rude or being mean to people and stuff like that. So now I'm learning that and poker face, practicing poker face. I can do it like maybe 5 seconds at a time, poker face, but it's important. But it's important to find your essence, what's going on behind, because you have to make it work with the world around you, basically. So we all have different challenges that we can work on and different things that we need to work on. But the inner child, like remember how was it? Like when you was a child, can you remember when these layers of fear, the layers of sadness, the layers of disappointment, the betrayals, and the knives that starts poking out of your back because people be stabbing you in the back over and over. How can you take them out? How can you take these swords out? How can you go through the pain so you can release it? You don't have to live with it again. You don't have to carry it with you for the rest of your life. How can you do these things? You know your story, you know yourself, but you have to be willing to go within, and that's okay. Like it can be scary, but it's the way. Like if you want to find the liberation and you want to find the freedom, you have to go into some uncomfortable places. Otherwise, your life will stay the same, which is also okay. You have free will, and that's okay too. So, with manifestations, like what are you manifesting in your life? How is your life coming together? When you are in spiritual alignment, you do the work that is being presented to you. And it can look in very many different ways. So I've had to learn a lot of things. And most of the things that I had to learn is about myself and how I react to things, how I respond to things, how I approach things, and a lot of it is in your head. So your mind, back to the mind again, how you can be present and what is going on in your mind. How can you change some of these patterns that is keeping you on the same track, keeping you on the same track, keeping you on the same track? How can you change those? You have to first be aware of them. And sometimes these tracks, they were created when you was a child. Here you are, innocent, open, like excited about the world around you. You're excited what you're going to learn. Like, what is this? Like, it's an adventure, and you're excited to go out there and check it out until you meet the humans out there who come at you in so many different ways. So how can you protect that essence of who you are and still be out in the world, be in the world, but not off the world? So how can you protect your essence and still be out there functioning with these other humans, people who are unconscious? They're still asleep. They are completely, they don't even never sit down to be present. They just go, and they're in their mind bubble. And that's it. And they're not really interacting with the world at all. And that's how most people live their life. And so how can you be in spiritual alignment? You have to do the work that is being presented to you, and so that you can work your way through your insecurities, work your way through your fears, work your way through your assumptions. We have a lot of assumptions. I know I do. A lot of the assumptions are based on sometimes the teachings that they gave you when you was growing up, and now you just assume that this is how the world is. So it can be difficult to figure these things out when you're on your own. You have to raise yourself sometimes, and you have to just dig in and ask people, talk to people, look up videos about different subjects that you are interested in. Spiritual alignment. I would say having faith in something greater than ourselves is going to be very, very essential. If you don't have it yet, you can make it. Like, you don't have to, and I'm not talking about organized religion. I'm not going to go into that topic right now, but I mean, organized religion is like the medical field, is like the food industry. It's about the money, it's about the control, and it's about the there's no depth there. There is no care in there. There is no true alignment in there, because the inner work, the spiritual journey, learning how to become more like this, working on the patterns, working on the programs that we have inside of ourselves, it's not present there. And when it's not present there, it means that you're just going in the way that you are, which is no growth and no depth in it. I don't know if that made any sense, but spiritual alignment has to do with what is it that you need to do to find your happiness. Like, if you set it out there to the universe, like, I want to be happy. And I mean, spirit, like the fruits of the spirit is happiness, joy, it is compassion, love, all those things that we all want them, but we don't really want to do the work. So this fruits of the spirit is the consequence of doing the spiritual work, which is which is going to allow you to be in alignment, spiritual alignment, which is going to make you able to be present in the moment and to experience yourself from a present standpoint. um, the love that you feel, the joy that comes arising from within, like, you are going to be able to be in a joyous state. It doesn't have to be a chore to be compassionate to people. Once you are compassionate to yourself, you find it within yourself, you are in a spiritual alignment, you have found your inner sanctuary, then you are going to, it's easy to and it is actually something that gives. It's like the ever fulfilling cup. And so spiritual alignment, if you want to manifest things, how do you feel? What is it that you're going to bring into your life? If you're constantly negative and you're constantly just down, depressed, you're going to bring in all the Debbie Downers that is going to tell you that yes, you are right, there's a lot of reasons to be depressed and you should be depressed. Or if you're like happy, you're looking for joyous, then you're going to find all these people are going to come at you and they're going to be like, yeah, it's great to be joyous, it's great to be happy, you're supposed to be happy, it's how it's supposed to be. Having faith, finding something that you can rely on that is bigger than us, something outside of yourself, something that you can connect to, like a love, like something, everything is, like, we're all connected, everything is interconnected, you are a part of it too. And we are being disengaged from the part of process in society in so many ways. And so having faith that something is unifying, something is for all of us, like, we are all here on planet Earth. Like, I am a person born here on planet Earth. The rest is details, the rest is just details. Having faith that there is a reason for it, you having faith that you have a purpose here on this planet. You do have a purpose here on this planet. It's important that you find your purpose here on this planet. And finding your purpose here on this planet is about being in spiritual alignment within yourself. And so instead of walking around, what they say, like in a lower vibration, you are, so the same feeling, like you might be in a higher vibration, you might be admiring someone's work. In a lower vibration, you might be jealous to someone's work, but it's the same kind of admiration that is in there. So how can you go from being in a lower vibration to raising yourself up so that you can be in a higher vibration? And that's the spiritual work, and it takes practice. Sometimes it's just habits, because everybody always talked about it like that. Everybody always said it like that. So that's why I do it too. If you have determination and you want to be happy in your life, claim it. Put it out there, put it on a note. I just want to be happy. What can I do? Dear universe, dear God, dear Allah, dear Jesus, dear Mary, whoever you want to pray to, like, how can I best find my own happiness in my life? What do I need to do to be authentic in my life? And you write it down and you watch as the answers come to you, and then you act on it. And if you're determined to do this stuff, determination, you write it down, and then you put in to determination. And you be determined that you are going to find the happiness, you are going to find the back to that inner child, so you can release all the stuff that was added onto you in your life. Find back to your inner child, find into your own core. That's the spiritual alignment that you are looking for. That's the spiritual alignment where gratitude is such a powerful thing. Just to sit there and be grateful for a while, and then you put your wishes out there, and it's going to come to you so much faster than you would ever think. Consistency is the key, like to make it a value system. Like, I want to be happy, so I need to make gratitude one of my main values. I want to be grateful for, thanks for everything, even the bad stuff, like even all these things that was latched onto you, they're teachers. Thanks for everything, I have no complaints whatsoever. And you have this determination to make things better in your life, you're going to create your own happiness, and that's worth it. Your life, you're going to be a happy camper here on planet Earth. You don't have to wait till you're dead. And then what are you going to do then? You're going to have to come back here and do it again, in my opinion. So having faith here on this planet right now, having faith that you can go back and you can unravel all these things that make you unhappy, and you already have the happiness right there within yourself. It's powered by service. What can you do? What is something that you can do to bring service to the world around you? How can you, with your authentic self, bring something to the world around you that will lift them up and help them raise their vibration, going from this lower vibration to a higher vibration? The inner child, how can you find that innocence, that pureness within yourself? You don't have to, like, sometimes, like I do, like you have to, like I'm practicing, you have to be more, not everybody deserves your kindness, not everybody deserves your attention. They're going to take it, and they don't, and they, it makes them feel yucky, and it makes them feel ill, and then they want to latch back at you. So don't throw your pearls before swines. Like, go where it is welcomed, where it's loved, where it's supported. Spiritual alignment, you can manifest anything you want in your life. The spiritual alignment starts within. It is from within. You can seek wise counsel. There is tons of videos here on YouTube that you can find on any subject that you are curious about, or that you're feeling led to look into. Sometimes it's just like, oh, I'm feeling drawn to this video, so I'm going to just check it out. And there might be one piece of information in there that helps you get one step closer to your happiness. The clarity, the crystal clarity, comes with spiritual alignment. The spiritual alignment comes from feeling good within, from the acts that you do, from the way that you treat people, from the thoughts that you have, from all these things. Clearing up. It's like, do you want a dusty ass home with garbage and stuff everywhere? Then you were going to clean it up. Like, and then sometimes you have to go within and you have to clean it up on the inside. And that's how you're going to find back to your inner child. You're going to find your spiritual alignment, because you're actually doing the work, and you're trying to be in the world but not of the world, and just hide your kindness if you have to hide it, but don't take it away. Don't take away your feelings. Just put better boundaries around it, because then you don't have to lose out on the fruits of the spirit and the fruits of your labor. So spiritual alignment. And the beautiful light in me, it honors, it loves, and it respects the same beautiful light in you. Until next time, namaste.